ABC. It is Old Metal Rocker 66 here, and I have a collections video this time. It is A Sound of Thunder. Been waiting on a Kickstarter package, and it finally arrived earlier this week, so now I can show you just about everything I have from them. And excuse me, and yeah, first off, they're a band out of, I believe they're out of the Baltimore, DC, or not the Baltimore area, Washington, DC, I believe. Yeah, they're from Washington, DC. They've been a band since about 2008. Consists of Josh Schwartz, Nina Osieguedo, Jesse Keane, and Justin Finger. Predominantly been maybe one lineup change, two lineup changes, I think. Female fronted, traditional metal, fantasy themed, mythology, fantasy heaven. They do comic books, which I'll be showing you, but we'll start off with the CDs first, and then I'll show you what I have as far as the vinyl. And so anyway, let's get started here. We'll talk about their first one here. Which, oh, let's see here. I thought I had it here. There it is. Anyway, so we'll start off with their EP they came out with. First off, this one came out in 2009. This kind of came out later, as far as I know. Well, maybe not. But anyway, this is one of the first releases from A Sound of Thunder. 4 tracks, and actually they're only a 3-piece here with Nina, Josh, and Chris. But anyway, that is number 1. And that came out 2009. Now this one came out 2011, A Sound of Thunder, Out of the Darkness. I kind of backtracked to get these, and I'll show you the one I started with, and I've been following the band ever since, you know. And yeah, this is 2011. Again, it's female fronted, traditional metal, fantasy, you name it, they do a lot of it. Anyway, here's their second full length, which was Metal Renaissance. And again, this was one I backtracked on. This is signed by the band. I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can probably see it there. But this also came out in 2011. And then this is where I knew of A Sound of Thunder. It was on this album, and to me this is where they really kind of took it to another level. And this is Time's Arrow. I was really anticipating this. 2013 this was released, and on Mad excuse me, on Bad Neptune Records. And but so this was the CD initially that came out, and that's all they had. I don't even know if they had a cassette or not. But this is where I got a hold of the band, and then I kind of backtracked into picking up those first few CDs and that EP. So, and of course they signed them all. But so this is where it started for me with Time Zero in 2013. And then it was, let's see, from 2014, which was the Lesser Key of Solomon. And of course their covers got a little bit more, way cooler. I mean, with the fantasy art and everything. I mean, great artwork. And of course now we're into the themes of a lot of these albums. Uda Roth comes in somewhere on this, I believe. But I could be wrong. But anyway, this one here is signed by the band. And then I have this one as well. And then then came Tales from the Dead Side from 2015. So they were really they're cranking out music. And I think this is where they finally started to put vinyl out as well. I do believe. But again, great artwork, fantasy, you know, mythology, you know, everything. But Mad Neptune Records again. Then it was Who Do You Think We Are? Kind of just showcases the band here. It is kind of a cool cover. And it has for Kevin, Tyrant of the Airwaves, thanks for all the support. When I was in radio, I used to play a lot of their music on my shows. And of course, this one was 2016. And yeah, great stuff. And then it was a metal. Kind of one of my favorite looking covers from them. 2017 release. Mad Neptune Records. And that, of course, we're listening to The Sound of Thunder in the background. This one, of course, is autographed by the band as well. But, yeah, good stuff. And I picked up, when they had Tales from the Dead Side, they have Live from the Dead Side. The Sound of Thunder. This is a Blu-ray. Absolutely great show. Signed by the band, but killer stuff. So what year was that one? That one came out 2019 on, let's see here, on Valiant, I think, DSC Productions. And then the last, I believe this was the last full length they did, which came out in 2021, which was The Crimson Cult. But this was also signed by the band as well in the back. Pretty much everything I have has been autographed. And then this is new, but it's right at the end. This is what we're listening to right here, is A Sound of Thunder Demons, which is basically a bunch of music off of all their albums. But this is only a Kickstarter exclusive for backers only. So I mean, it won't be put out by the band as far as to public. So if you back the band in this latest Kickstarter, then you get this included. And then of course we have another kind of an EP, A Sound of Thunder, Queen of Hell. This came out in 2012. Then we have A Sound of Thunder, Pleasure Slave. Which is an exclusive. Let's see, what year did that come out? Now, this came out in 2015. But this is, usually if they're in these slipcases, they're with this band, they're usually EPs, but this is actually a full length. So this is Pleasure Slave. And then we have Second Lives, which came out 2018. Autographed by the band, still sealed. So it was autographed and then sealed. I got number 467 of 1,000. And this finally came. This is what the last Kickstarter backer package was from A Sound of Thunder. And like I say, I got mine earlier this week. I believe it was on Monday I got it. But it's the Queen of Hell Initium, so it's kind of into the Udaroth era again, which kind of works up from, let's see, which one is it? From Queen of Hell off of here. So it kind of, from this it leads all the way to this. And killer stuff. This is only 4 tracks EP. It's about 23 minutes long. As usual, good killer, A Sound of Thunder. So that was the CDs and Blu-ray. So now I'm going to show you a few comic books here that come in some of the Kickstarter packages. Well, I got this It Was Metal book, which tells you the story and where it leads and how it started and everything, signed by the band as well. And then there is another comic book, which is Punk Mamba. I don't know, did you see that? Okay, there you go. That's signed by the band as well, right here and there. But Punk Mamba. And then I have Shadow Man, which this has become a series. Shadow Man. And this is the comic book here. As was Punk Mambo was a comic too. A lot of comics. So anyway, that was all the CDs and a few other different stuff I have from the band. And now we'll get into the vinyl. Well, after I seen the CD, I think it wasn't very long after that, then the vinyl finally started to come out, and this might have been a Kickstarter. Most of their stuff have been Kickstarters. I think this was a Kickstarter as well. This is A Sound of Thunder ×0. I mean, the CD is let's see here. Here it is. But the CD, I mean, dropsies. Anyway, the CD, you know, I mean, you can see the artwork on there very nicely. I mean, it's small, but you can still see it. But you blow it up onto an album, and this is even much better, much more detail. And I'm trying to think of, I can't read the name of the artist, but Time Zero. Yeah, first one on vinyl I had, 2013. So like I said, it didn't come out much. Didn't take too much longer for that to come out on vinyl once the CD came out. Maybe a couple months, maybe, I think. I think we were waiting for the packages. And then, of course, I don't know if that one looked a little bit different. Yeah, it is. Much different. Okay. This is Tales from the Dead Side on the CD cover. Great, like I showed you, of course. I think this is from where the Shadow Banner, I think, comes in, but anyway, that one's autographed. Okay, that is the CD version, the cover there. Okay. Here is the cover from on the album, which is way different. I don't know which I like. I like the Shadow Man, or yeah, the Tales from the Dead Side, the Shadow Man version of that. This is a cool cover. And again, Mad Neptune Records. Again, this is autographed by the band. Let's see, trying to see what color this is. Okay, it's on this. It's on this white and blue splatter with custom inner rings and stuff. Very cool. So anyway, different covers, same, I believe the same track listing and everything. Nope. There is, let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's the same track listing. But bigger cover, better view. And then we have, of course, Who Do You Think We Are? Another Kickstarter package. I don't know how many I've done, 6, 7 maybe. I've done just about every one. And then we have, I have 2 of these. It Was Metal. Different color variations. I think one was black, and I think one was blue, if I'm not mistaken. But nice package. Orange, that's what it is. So it's orange color. Orange splatter, but It Was Metal. This one is not signed by the band. Therefore, this one I do believe is. I'm not going to take it out, but I know this one is autographed by the band. I think in different color too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll look at it. I think that's, I'm almost sure this one is autographed. Again, same. Let's see, I thought this one was autographed. Maybe it wasn't. Let's see here. This one is, well, this one is kind of a black splatter. You don't see that too often, a black splattered vinyl like that. So, dang phone is blowing up. So anyway, two of these different colors. And then, probably the best, I think the best box I've ever gotten from them, which was Parallel, hang on a minute, which was a Parallel Eternity box. See, this one, it's been ripped open, so I have the seal that has been broken. So anyway, the box set, of course it includes, I've never really taken anything out of here, but it has the shirt. Usually with box sets, I try to keep everything together. Well, then you have, of course, the CD. And then you have Punk Mambo again. This also is autographed by the band with stickers. And then we have the book. A sticker. And yeah, just a lot of information here. I mean, these guys play all over the place. Then of course I got, let's see what it is, a signed postcard. And then we have another comic, Rye, number 1, $3.99. This supposedly was, but killer stuff. And then we have, of course, another one, Rye. And there it is, the Super Udaroth Entertainment System. I knew I had it. I just couldn't remember where it was, but here it is. But yeah, another comic. And then we have a pin. And then of course we have the album itself. It comes with a bunch of goodies in here. It comes with, whoops. Ah, very cool. It comes with this flexi disc. I have quite a few of those. I think they have a couple out like that. And then it comes with platter mat, which I don't use these on my turntables. They're way too staticky. They don't get rid of static. I use deer hide, but it's always cool to have these. I got a bunch of them. I got a cage. I got a couple haunts up there. I got a few others too, but platter mats. And then we have a print. The print. Very cool. And then we have the album, which I'll put into a different cover. And here is the album. And then 2 album set. Like I said, it is on this clear splatter, whatever you want to call it, kind of a bluish, real light blue green, but so all of that is with this set here. And like I say, I think to me it was their best box set they ever did, or Kickstarter package, in terms of merchandise. This one was the best by far. But yeah, just a great package from these guys. And then we also have the last full length from A Sound of Thunder, the Crimson Cult. This comes with a big, I think it's a, let's see, what is that? Okay, it is the book. Forgot that was the book. And yes, okay, there it is. I know I was, this year also, it was one in the other, I think, God, where was that one? I'll be showing it to you here, but let's see here, right here, right by my thumb there, you'll see, I don't know if you can see it, it'll say Metal War God Kevin Colhase. Well, that's when I was the DJ back then. And so my name is mentioned in there, and then of course there is this autograph print. And it is just clear vinyl. Decent. Good album. I mean, they're all killer albums. I mean, they all have a storyline. I mean, not too many bands do that. And then, like I said, where the Udarat started, and I think even the Shadow Man started to appear, was on this album here. Which was Queen of Hell. Just the EP. And of course, comes with a sticker, or a patch, excuse me. I have a bunch of these already. A lot of different Sound of Thunders. And this one is the red vinyl. But killer stuff. This one was 2012. So this one came out early. And then this was the last one I got right here. And which was Queen of Hell. Initium. I can't pronounce that word. Initium or something like that. I think it's Initium. But this is the latest. And show you what I got as far as the package. Of course, the red vinyl, red black splatter. Signed by the band in the back. And then you get the Queen of Hell, Initium. You get the booklet. Actually, it's, excuse me, it is the inner sleeve. That's what that is. And then get the sticker. You get 2 cards as part of their comic editions, which is part of the Queen of Hell. This is Cecilia, and this one is Lucifer. And then I get a signed postcard for Kevin. Welcome to hell. We can use a metal war god on our side. And then what's upcoming? 1 is out already, so there'll be 2 and then 3 as part of the Queen of Hell saga. And then we have a guitar pick from Josh. May the Schwartz be with you. And then, of course, we have the credits of everybody who backed the Kickstarter. And I'm on this one as well. I am right there, if you can see it. I don't know if you can or not. Kevin Colhase, you'll see it. But so I am a part of a lot of these, and then we have another poster flat here. I got number 162 of 230. And then we have, of course, like I said, the vinyl. But an amazing package that was sent. They always do a great job, and I don't know if anybody else out there who Kickstarters band or helps to kickstart bands. I've done a few. I've done White Wizard. I did The Warning. I've done numerous A Sound of Thunders, and I think there was a couple others that I just can't remember right off the bat, and they've all been successful. I've gotten everything. I've never been cheated out of anything. And anyway, if you got a comment, leave it below. Hit the bell, and if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get updates on upcoming videos. So that is all I got, everybody. Take care and leave a comment.